My name is Sandeep Peter Di Costa. I'm a sushi chef. Right now I'm working in Poland, one of the best restaurants in Poland. It's called Izumi Sushi. My branch name is Plus Bapicella. We have few branches. Basically, I am from Bangladesh, but I'm living in Poland a long time, and sushi is my profession.
Hi, I am Naomi Uemura, chef and owner of Japanese restaurant and catering Uemura. I'm located in Madrid, in Spain. I've been doing this for 10 years. I like to promote a lot Japanese food culture, and so I do a lot of courses, and I teach about Japanese food and ingredients. So basically, that's what I do.
I was always very much interested about Japanese cuisine. I was planning to go Japan to have the silver exam. It's take about 8 months, I think. But because of pandemic, that course was postponed. So I was looking what I can do on online or something like this, and then I found the website. And in the website, I saw about the bronze certification, and I was so excited. And I was thinking that why don't I do this course, because it's very helpful for me. And I checked the curriculums, what I will have to do there, and it was fantastic. I like it so much. That's why I decided to do it.
I decided on the pandemic because I had plenty of time. There was a shutdown; we couldn't open the restaurant. So, and I'm always interested in finding the original courses and the real courses that can help me have more knowledge about Japanese cuisine. And the best is always to find the certification from Japan. So I am always searching. I was looking for all the certifications that I could get from Japan, living in Spain. So I found the bronze certification doing online was the best real certification I could get.
Curriculum was well organized. I didn't feel like I am in very hard course or something, because it was starting from the easy, and then it was coming to the difficult part. But it wasn't that difficult actually. For me, it was okay, because few things I already did myself by looking some videos from internet. But when I saw it on the website, I was learning the proper way, because many things I was doing wrongly before. But from the website, from the course, I learned it in proper way.
Well, I found it very useful. There are two parts dividing this course, which are the theory part and the practical part. So I found the theory part, it's very easy to understand, and there was a lot of information, but I like very much how it is prepared, because you get the real masters from the kitchen talking to you, the best chefs of Japan, many really well-known chefs, and talking about Japanese cuisine and what is it so important, what's about washoku, and so I enjoyed a lot. Many things, of course, you already know, but some things that are more specific are sometimes new to me and are very refreshing. And so I like that very much. And the practical part, which was the cutting part, I like it because it was very visual. So you can also listen and you can see how things are peeled or whatever. Because for example, in Spanish cuisine, there are many similarities between these peelings, but there is a Japanese name and how things are cut, for example, in Japan, that it's kind of different. but I like it very much.
Before exam, I was a little worried because many practical terms was in Japanese. So it was sometimes difficult to remember. So I learned those terms very well. And practical wasn't difficult for me, but theory was difficult because there were a lot of information which I didn't know before, especially traditional things and names, history, those things I didn't know before. So I give more attention on the theory, and the practical was easy for me because I was practicing those things almost every day at work. In this way, I prepare myself for the exam. And exam actually, it wasn't that difficult for me.
For the theory part, it wasn't very difficult because I am used to many Japanese terms and I speak a little Japanese, so I was very approached to the Japanese terms. But I like to write down a lot. I made a little simplification of everything that was explained. I made simplification with my textbook, and I wrote down. And for the practical part, I practiced a lot, like twice a week or 3 times a week for 2 weeks, 4 hours maybe. But because I wanted to make it right, and I think it's very important also to have the best knives as possible, as sharp as possible for the exam. So that was the way that I prepared for the exam.
This bronze certification exam is actually is not so difficult if someone is following the curriculum and follow the lectures, videos. It's so easy. It's not that difficult. For practical things, must be practiced well enough, and theoretical things everybody can study and learn those things. So I think the most important advice from my side will be to practice those technical things, practical things, and just study and follow the websites and videos. And bronze certification is so easy to get, I think.
Well, my advice is, because it worked for me, to write down all the tests by hand and read it 10 times for the theory part until you know that you understand everything and you can keep in your mind all the information. And for the practical part, it was very useful to me to do a drawing of what you're going to cut and the results and the name, and have it in 1 page or 2 pages. So you don't have to watch all the time the videos if you don't have the internet or your cell phone. And it takes a lot of time to see how one thing is cut. For example, the sinome cutting, you have to watch the whole video. It's 1 minute or 1 minute and a half. But if you have it written with an illustration, the sinome, oh yeah, you think. So it's easier for you to remember and how it is cut and what's the name of this style of cutting. So write it down and have it in your book, read it and check it again and again, and practice a lot until you know that you remember the concepts and the ideas of what is implied in the bronze certification test.
Actually, when I have the certificate, it's like I have kind of like a approvement from Japan and Japanese cuisine, and it helped me a lot, especially in my position. So now I have better knowledge than others, and I know much more about Japanese cuisine. In this way, yes, it helps me a lot, and I am now acknowledged by others that yes, I have bronze certification. I know what I am doing, and that helped me in my position. Yes.
Yeah, I think there are many changes. A change for me, for my self-confidence as well. Change for my clients at the Wemura restaurant, because it's a recognition, and they are proud to be clients of the restaurant, and they trust more. And as for differentiation from other restaurants, not all the restaurants in Japanese restaurants in Spain or in Madrid have the bronze certification. So it makes you different from the others. And professionally, it gives you recognition when you are doing events at food fairs. I work for food brands as well, so it gives you recognition among them. It's kind of like people can relate to you sometimes when there is anything about Japanese food culture, and I love that because it's one of my aims, it's one of my objectives to communicate and to show and to teach anything that I know and that can be useful for others about Japanese food culture. So it's great.